to this Anatomy in Clay video production. In this video, we'll be going over how to split your Mannequin Student 2 model into two separate workstations. For this demonstration, we will need two multi-bases, two boom assemblies, which consist of a boom top, a pole and socket, an axial component with standoffs, left and right arms, and finally, left and right legs. Notice the screws used to put the model together are partially secured in the legs and socket. In the axial component, the screws are keeping the standoffs loosely attached. Now let's begin by splitting the axial component. The model may be snug and hard to pry open by hand. You may be able to pry it open with the provided clay knife or scraper. If either of these tools don't work, you will need a flathead screwdriver. Note that this is not a provided tool. Position the screwdriver at the points that Sam has pointed out. Gently pry the model open around these areas. Next, we will remove the stainless steel pins that keep the model together. For this step, you will need a pair of pliers. These are also not provided. With your pliers, firmly grab onto the pins and with a twisting motion, remove the pins. They can be a bit snug as well. Now we can move on to removing the 3/4 inch screw from the socket. Once that's removed, we can insert the socket and attach the base. Start the screws by hand, then tighten with the 3/32 Allen wrench. Let's do the same to the other socket and base. Notice the position of the socket in the bases. Now we can separate the legs. With the pelvis facing up, get a firm grip and gently pull the pelvis apart. Let's grab our pliers again so we can remove the stainless steel pubis pin that holds the pelvis together. Next, we will be removing the 3/4 inch screw from the bottom of the foot. Invert the leg so the foot is facing up. Then attach the base and secure it with the 3/4 inch screw we removed earlier. Let's flip the model back over. Make sure that the toes are positioned over the middle hole. And now we can remove the screw from the other leg and attach it to the other base. Next, we can attach the remaining pieces of the boom assembly. Insert the pole in the socket. Now we need to adjust the boom top so the pin fits in the pelvis. Adjust the screw in the boom top so the leg is standing straight. Let's do the same for the remaining boom assembly. Insert the pole in the socket. Adjust the boom top. Adjust the screw so the leg is straight. Now we are ready to add the axial. Before we attach the axial component, let's first remove the 3/4 inch screw. Next, attach the axial to the pelvis. Align the brass insert in the axial with the screw hole in the pelvic section and replace the screw. We want to make sure this screw is tight enough so the axial does not lean forward. Now let's do the same to the other side. Remove the 3/4 inch screw. Attach the axial. Make sure the brass insert is aligned with the screw hole and replace screw. Make sure it's nice and snug. Now to attach the arm to the axial. Start by removing the bottom 1 1/4 inch screw from the standoff. Leave the top screw in place. Align holes and attach the bottom screw loosely. Then we can remove the top screw. Now align the top holes and attach the top screw through the arm assembly. Finish by tightening the 2 screws, alternating between the 2, to evenly close the gap between the axial and the standoff. Let's do the same to the opposite side. Remove bottom screw. Align holes and replace bottom screw. Remove top screw. Align and attach top screw. Finish by tightening the screws. When you are done, the groove on the bottom of the clavicle should sit right above the sternal plate. Now that your models are assembled, it's time to get some clay and start building. We want to thank you for joining us for this Anatomy in Clay video production.